Today we are painting a Ultramarine Intercessor from the Ultramarines, the poster boys. At least mine ever since I saw that White Dwarf cover with Mario's Kalga in that spectacular artwork. For the first step, prime the model in black. You can use a spray primer or, as I'm doing here, apply 2 thin coats of Abaddon black to the whole miniature for a dark base. Apply 2 thin coats very well diluted of Macrach blue to get a muted blue over the black undercoat. The blue you see in the video looks brighter because of the lighting. In person, it will be darker, more in line with the ultramarine look. Do not be afraid to thin your paints. If it takes 3 coats, that it's better than ending up with thick, clumpy paint. It is important to enjoy what you are doing. Mistakes happen, but painting should be relaxing and fun. I like to paint the whole figure at once, even if I go over the lines, because we will come back and clean those areas later. A good base layer is essential for a fully detailed miniature without bare patches or primer showing through. Paint all the metallic areas, the border, the backpack bends, pipes and other details with L'Alpelcha. Apply Abaddon black to the dark areas like the lenses, bolter casing and the undersuit. Even though we just painted the undersuit black, we will go over it with a dark grey, Standard Mechanicus grey for example. We will be darkening the grey later with a wash of new oil instead of edge lightening the black. The grey will make the wash work better and will save us time, giving a nice and smooth result. Use red for all light details, lenses, buttons or any small areas you want to stand out. For purity seals, I prefer magenta over red. It contrasts nicely with the navy blue without overwhelming the model. You can also use this color for cloth parts like capes or tabards, or just paint those in red. Paint the leather areas, belts, pouches, holsters with rhinox hide. When you are done, your model should look like this. For white details, start from grey. This makes the color transition softer and avoids that harsh, hard to paint pure white. Move from grey to white in 3 steps for a more pleasing look. Keep these coats thin and be patient. If you need 3 layers, keep them 3. Time for one of the most defining steps, shading. We are not going to dunk the model in no oil. Instead, we will carefully apply it only to the recesses. The more separation you create between each armor plate, the better your model will look. After that, apply new oil to all metallic, grey and brown areas. And here is what the armor looks like after that shading. This is not really a step, more of an as-you-go fix. If you smudge an area, fix it right away. For grey areas, use Celestra Grey to clean up. If you mess up the Omega symbol like I did, we will fix it later with another layer of blue. Now, for one of my favorites, most satisfying parts, gold. Metallic gold creates a sharp contrast with the matte dark blue armor, making it pop alongside the shaded areas and bright details. For purity seals, here is a tip I learned from better painters. Base with Thunder Dust, wash it with Agrax Acid, then apply a very thin layer of Thunder Dust again. Wash gold areas with Raylan Flesh Shade and parchment areas with Agrax Acid. Highlight the main parts of the beauty seals with Thunder Dust. For the armor edge highlights, use Karga Blue on all edges, joints and prominent surfaces. Highlight as much or as little as you want. If you're unsure, start with 2 or 3 primary areas until you get the hang of it. Highlighting takes time, so you must find the balance for the paint to be in the middle point, not too diluted as to make it wash, nor too dry. Just keep your brush diluted exactly right. Thank you, Duncan. Then, for a final pop, add tiny raspberry dots to the key points. Highlight metallics and gold with a bright silver. For black areas like vulture casing, use thin layers of Mechanicus Standard Grey. Highlight the beauty seals with a lilac like Jean Steely purple. For lenses, blend from bright red down to orange, painting less of the area with each layer, leaving a dark zone on one side. The final orange spot should be tiny to make the gradient pop. Apply the last white layer over grey, leaving the edges uncovered. Using a small brush, add a white dot. Mine is too big here, but you can fix mistakes by painting it over with black. The smaller the dot, the stronger the contrast. Final leather highlights. Use a much lighter brown to make it look worn. And that's it. Your Ultramarine is ready. All that is left is the base. Decorate it however you like, and add decals or hand painted details.